Hello, guys. Welcome to another video of LearnologyTV. Today we are going to talk about the Air India Flight I-171 crash. So, please subscribe our channel and let's start today's video. Air India flight from Ahmedabad to London was carrying 242 people, 230 passengers and 12 crew members. All lost their lives except one survived interestingly. A man seated in 11A near an emergency exit reportedly pushed the damaged emergency door. After the crash, mysteriously a man walked out of the plane with no serious injury. We'll look at the various scenarios how it might have crashed. Was it dual engine failure, or should the flaps are retracted or not retracted? All analysis in the video ahead. Here's the detailed timeline. At 1:39 p.m. flight AI-171 took off from runway 23 at Sardar Vallabh Patel International Airport in Ahmedabad. Weather conditions were reported to be stable with clear skies and good visibility, ideal for flying moments. After takeoff, the aircraft climbed to an altitude of approximately 625 feet or about 191 meters. Then, without warning, it began to lose altitude rapidly within a few minutes. Around 1:42 p.m. it is here the flight crew made a distress call declaring a Mayday air traffic control. This urgent signal indicated a critical emergency. Tragically, it was the last communication ever received from the aircraft. In the 2 minutes that followed, radar and DSB tracking data showed that the aircraft had vanished from monitoring systems, indicating a sudden and uncontrollable descent. At around 1:44 p.m. the aircraft crashed into Meen Nagar, a densely populated neighborhood just outside the airport perimeter. The plane struck a hostel building on the campus of BJ Medical College where students were inside. The impact caused a massive explosion, followed by thick plumes of black smoke rising above the crash site. We do have several possible scenarios to consider. However, it's important to remember that the investigation is still ongoing, so these should be taken with a grain of salt. One particularly remarkable detail has emerged: the sole survivor of the Air India flight AI-171 crash reportedly heard a loud noise just 30 seconds after takeoff. We'll come back to that, but for now let's take a look at how he managed to survive. The passenger Vishu was seated in 11A seat located in the first row of the economy cabin, close to an emergency exit on the Boeing 787 Dreamliner. As the aircraft began to lose altitude rapidly and headed toward a residential area, it was initially unclear whether it had struck a building. However, according to reports, Vishu was reportedly managed to push open the damaged emergency door and walk out of the wreckage, contrary to earlier reports suggesting he had jumped. He actually walked away from the crash site. This was possible because the plane had only climbed to about 625 feet before losing control. Means it was flying in a relatively low altitude. Such an escape may have been physically possible. Under these circumstances, that all remains incredibly dangerous and nearly unimaginable. Coming back to the survivor, he reported hearing a loud bang shortly after takeoff. This sound might have been an engine failure. What's puzzling is that no smoke was visible in any of the video footage taken at the time. That absence of visible smoke raises the possibility that both engines may have lost thrust. Simultaneously, such a scenario could result from a mechanical failure within the engines, or a problem with the aircraft's fuel system. Either way, losing thrust from both engines right after takeoff would make it extremely difficult, if not impossible, for the aircraft to gain altitude or maintain control flight. There's also speculation about a potential mechanical failure involving the aircraft's control surfaces, specifically the flaps, which play a crucial role in generating lift during takeoff. Any malfunction here could have resulted in an immediate and dangerous drop in altitude. On the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, including those operated by Air India, standard procedure during takeoff involves extending the flaps to a specific setting, typically flaps 5 or higher. The exact setting depends on the aircraft's weight, the runway length, and other performance-related factors. Once the aircraft has safely accelerated and gained altitude, the flaps are gradually retracted. This process is essential for transitioning the aircraft into climb mode. However, in the case of the Air India 171 crashing Ahmedabad, it appears the flaps were either fully retracted or not extended at all during takeoff, an abnormal and highly dangerous condition. Taking off of flaps retracted or retracting them too soon drastically reduces lift at low speeds and altitudes. This compromises the aircraft's ability to climb and significantly increases the risk of a stall or complete loss of control. So, that's it for today. Please like and share this video and share your thoughts in comments. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.